Hey everybody, today I want to share with you the left-hand grip that I truly believe can transform your ball striking. It did for me when I was learning this game. It helped me to become successful faster than I thought possible. And this grip is going to give you command of what's happening at the bottom of the swing, giving you more power and more consistency. So let me show you this in action. Milo lines here, back at beautiful Superstition Mountain on a lovely summer morning. Over the past 15 years, as a coach, and before that as a player, I found that a slightly stronger left-hand grip really simplifies the learning process and improves really quickly ball striking for most students. So why is that? Now, in my experience, I picked up golf just before I turned 18, and my history was as a baseball player. And when I decided I wanted to play golf, my dad put my hands on the golf club in a fairly strong way because he knew that that pattern was going to be easier for me to square the face, because he had been a baseball player in the past and got pretty good at golf, and that's something that he needed so that he could match up some of the elements of his baseball swing to golf. And lo and behold, in one summer, I went from having never played to a better than scratch player and one of the better junior players or high school players in Arizona. So it really helped me gain control of the club face and awareness of where it was in space and be able to deliver it squarely, consistently, right away. So really quickly, so that everyone is clear what a stronger grip is, it's a grip where my hand is turned more so I can see the top of my hand and less the palm. Oftentimes when I see players come to this game, they've heard that they need to have their thumb going straight down the shaft. Now, if I look at that grip, that is a very weak grip. And starting from here is going to make this game very complicated. But if we can start with our grip on in a slightly stronger manner, where we look down and we can see some of the back of our hand, the logo on the glove. I like to see 3 knuckles on my own hand. That's going to really simplify the action of us squaring the club face. Now let me walk you through why. A test I like to do on most of my students is I'll have them hit something like an impact bag. So we put an impact bag out here. I have them flip the club upside down and hit that bag. And we'll hit it fairly hard. And if you look at how my hand arrives at impact, my wrist is in a fairly neutral state, maybe a little bit into ulnar, but it's definitely not bowed down in this way. Why is that? Well, our innate abilities know that we need to align our joints in a way that's stable so we don't get hurt. If I hit something solid with my wrist in this way, there's a chance I'm going to get hurt. Now, an interesting tidbit here is I've never had a student hit the bag with their wrist turned down like this. Every single person has hit it like this. That's how nature tells us to deliver the golf club or a stick. So what utilizing a stronger grip does for us is it lets us hit that bag with a square face with our wrist in the most structural, sound position possible. Now, with my history as a baseball player, what was natural for me, so if I'm swinging a bat, when I create contact right here, you can see the structure of that wrist. I would never hit it with my wrist here. I'm going to hit it with my wrist in that structure. Well, having my grip a little stronger, so now that club face is square, my wrist is in its good state. Now you can see how that is a slightly stronger grip. And that's actually a test or a drill I do with a lot of my baseball player students is I'll have them pick up a bat, go to impact with a bat, and then put the golf club in their hands, and then have them return, and they look down and they're like, holy cow, my grip's supposed to look like that, everybody told me I should have my thumb straight down the shaft. And then they wonder why they slice the ball out of play all the time. So once they understand that that's how we deliver for impact, almost immediately they're able to square the face and they start hitting draws. My hand's the baseball, okay? We're gonna get it out away from you a little bit. Okay, feel how you're holding that thing?
Yep.
We're gonna replace the instrument with this one. Leave your hands exactly how they were.
Which one you want me to grab?
This one. So perfect. We got golf grip, but with baseball contact, right?
Yeah.
Now, show me what your grip looks like. Just go to address. How strong is your grip?
Like, way strong.
Upside down, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how baseball players are supposed to grip it. Another test I really love to do, left hand only shots, like John Daly.
Since we're practicing, this is that shot I was telling you about. I like to practice and just sit here with one hand and just kind of flop it up like that. And what's great about that is when you hit a shot one-handed and you hit it like that, it's so crisp, you know you're doing everything right. Every time before I tee off in a tournament, I take my 52 and hit about 10 or 20 balls with my left hand only. That's what's improved my whole game, is just hitting one-handed shots. Sometimes a lot of people don't, when they put two hands on the club and they're hitting it, you know, left, right, dribbling or whatever, they don't really have a clue. They have a clue, but they don't know which hand may be affecting their swing. So if you get a right-handed golfer, practice this shot and hit it like that, solid and crisp every time, you're doing everything right.
He's famous for walking around a chipping area, hitting one-handed shots. When he's warming up, he'll have a can of Coke in his right hand and he's sitting here hitting shots with his left. Now, for all of you at home, I want you to experiment with this John Daly drill. Keep in mind, this is a pretty hard drill or exercise. John Daly makes it look really easy, but what you'll find is if your grip is on too weak, it's almost impossible. So I like to put the ball in a little tee and start off with just some little ones where I'm just hitting little shots like that. That was a pretty good one. And if my grip is on incorrectly, if I get my grip on weak and I try to do this, whoa, I notice the ball goes way over to the right. It's really hard for me to square it up. And then when I do try to square it up, I usually will hit it way too low. Oh, it's hard. So for me, having that grip on just a little stronger makes it so much simpler for me to deliver this golf club into the golf ball and not feel like I have to twist my wrist down to square that face up. Then I can hit it really straight almost every time. And for me, it feels like the face is square to the arc a lot longer, so it less to time. So for those of you that have trained yourself that you have to really twist this, I want you to try this little stronger grip and you're going to find a different action and it's going to feel a lot more powerful and natural, more like hammering. If you were going to hammer a nail on that direction, you would hit it with your wrist like this and you'd feel very powerful. And it's very stable. You don't feel like this face is doing all that much twisting when you're doing that. So there's your pattern. It's like a hammer. For me, it's super simple, super natural, and way easier to do. Now, I just know that someone's going to ask in the comments here, when I try a stronger grip, I hit nothing but left hooks. Well, what's going on there is you have trained yourself to create a lot of twist. And so if you want to implement this stronger, more stable type pattern, you're going to need to take some of that out. So we can do some small shots where we're hitting the ball and really feeling, you can see how my left hand is working. It is not twisting too much. You're going to hit a lot of shots just feeling that pattern. Over not too much time, you'll really gain an awareness of where that face is and you can eliminate the hook. So let me hit a couple of little squeezy fades with this stronger grip so you can see that it's possible not to hit that hook. And there you go. Little fade. When I'm finished, my left palm is pointing more toward the target like this versus rolling over and the back of it pointing that way. So if you're a player that struggles with missing high right or face control in general, maybe you have the two-way miss going, sometimes you hook them, sometimes you wipe them off to the right. Maybe your problem is your grip, which is causing you to have too much flash rotation at the bottom and making this a little more complicated than it really needs to be. Now, I truly believe that this grip is the simplest and most athletic way to hold the golf club to be able to square the face the most efficiently. Over the years, this grip has brought about better strikes, more distance, and better play for my students, and I really believe it will do the same for you. Now, if you'd like personalized help with this, please reach out. Come visit us at milolinesgolf.com. We have lots more videos and personalized coaching for you to help you be able to implement these changes and play the best golf you've ever played. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button as we post more content like this every week.